What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Hard House. And we're going back to 2000 for a tune on Honey Pot Hard, which is a sub-label of Honey Pot Recordings. And I have records on actually both the main label and this sub-label. And this sub-label, there's like a slogan, what is it? Energy for a tougher generation. So yes, Honey Pot Recordings made Hard House New Energy, and Honey Pot Hard was like a slightly edgier, rougher style of Hard House, though in this case I think it could have fit on the main label just fine. It's not a particularly mean or wicked Hard House tune, and that tune is 4-1 for All, though it's written the numerals 414 and then all, by DJ Roosta, who goes also by the name, is it D. Smith? I probably have that wrong. D. Phillips, apologies. D. Phillips. And apparently his real name was Tony. Either way, he worked with a number of more familiar to me Hard House artists, most notably Dynamic Intervention, Mick Cree, who has made tunes in Hard House, but also acid-techno, sometimes a combination thereof. So yeah, he's collaborated with people in the acid-techno world as well, but this record is not only does it feature a dynamic intervention mix on side 2, but the record was engineered overall by Dynamic Intervention. So shout out to Mick. But yes, this is, I think, the only DJ Roosta release I have, but he has 8 to 10 releases on Honey Pot and its various sub-labels. And yeah, it's a tune that samples that classic bit from Samuel L. Jackson's character in Pulp Fiction. Oh, I'm sorry, did I break your concentration? When he shoots the guy when they're there to reclaim treasure that was stolen from Marcellus Wallace. So yeah, it uses a classic sample. It has great Hoover work. It's got some acid work. Now, it's interesting. Most times there's a dynamic intervention mix on a record. It's my favorite version of the track. But in this case, and I do think the dynamic intervention mix is good, I actually prefer the original by DJ Roosta, though again, as far as I can tell, that is also engineered by Dynamic Intervention, so he still had a hand in it. In any case, I should mention, this track is featured on side 2 of that old mixtape that I had professionally recorded on DAT back in 1999 called Anger Management. Side 1 is up here on my channel. Side 2 I've still yet to upload, though given that I'm now reacting to a tune on that side, I'll try to put that up soon. But yes, let's hear it. This is DJ Roosta, which, if you can't tell by my pronunciation, is not R-O-O-S-T-E-R, but R-O-O-S-T-A. And it's called For One For All, and this is the original mix on Honey Pot Hard from 2000. Deep, almost subsonic bass line.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration? concentration. Sorry, did I break your concentration? Sorry, did I break your concentration?
The Hoover work at first was just that pulse speaking, but now it's
Sorry, did I break your concentration?
rich and dynamic. I think it might be done, like, it might be breaking down entirely, but not yet.
Did I break your concentration?
It's interesting hearing that again. It feels like it's in between. Like a lot of records, if it didn't dismantle at that moment I commented on, that it would then go full flourish again, and it would have a second time around with that main Hoover riff, or Hoover dialogue. There were like layers of Hoovers. But it doesn't do that. It just brings that heavier bass line back, and then we go a couple more measures, and then it really does begin to dismantle. So it seems like it's in between. Like, once it comes back a little bit, you think it'd come back fully. It doesn't do that. But it also doesn't break. It's not one of those, like, one big flourish and break and then out, which, again, I've talked about it before. A lot of trance tunes, even some techno tunes, they have the lead-in, the main breakdown, the big drop, an interlude, a second time around for the big drop, and then the outro. Some go a lead-in, main breakdown, big drop, and then the outro. It's just a one-off. It's closer to that latter category, but it's weird because it rebuilds itself a little bit, but then peters out. So, yeah, a bit of a idiosyncratic composition or sequencing, though I don't mind. It's still great. And yeah, again, the dynamic intervention mix on the other side is good. It's a bit, like, I don't know if funky is the right word. There is more acid. I'd say the dynamic intervention version has a bit more acid. I think the Hoover work is better on this one, and I do also like that acid section, which has a kind of, like, fun, like, playful nature to it. And yeah, again, like, there's that really deep, almost barely audible bass line in this one. There's definitely layered bass, but that second one that comes in, it just has that classic late 90s hard house bass line sound. Indeed, the club heads, I think, would be proud of that donkey bass line. And yeah, as I said, I particularly enjoy the Hoover work on this one. Any track that combines Hoover and acid is going to be a winner in my book, so... And in that regard, there was another reaction I was going to do in this batch. I'm going to wait because I got to see if I can identify it. I have this white label. It's right here. I might as well show it. But yes, it's apparently the 27th release on some label that is abbreviated as Finn, but it's a white label on both sides, and I can't find it in my collection on Discogs. There's no additional markings on the, like, run-out groove to give me a hint, and sometimes those are cataloged on Discogs release pages, and you can find a record by, like, if you know what's in the run-out groove, you could type that in. Sometimes it'll come up. There's nothing to help us here. On one side of this, there's two versions, two hard house remixes of that classic Human Resource track from the early 90s called Dominator, which became most famous through the Joey Beltram remix. But yeah, it's been remixed a number of times. I think I reacted to a version from the mid to late 90s called, like, Domination by the Weathermen, which has a bit of an acid, like, extra acid flavor to it. This one I'm thinking is early 2000s, and it's definitely hard house, but it combines Hoover's and acid work brilliantly. I know I've used it in one of my Hard House Chronicles mixes, plural, but I don't know what it's called. So originally I was going to react to this, and then I was like, what am I going to call it? I mean, it might come to it where I just react to it as, hey, here's some unknown remix of Dominator by Human Resource, and maybe YouTube will help us. But the point is, once I realized, like, it would be weird to react to it because I don't know the artist or the remix artist or the name, if there is an alternative name given to it, I decided to react to this. So the point is, acid and Hoovers together is great, as you heard here, and at some point in the not-too-distant future, I will react to this version of Dominator, whether or not I've learned the name or the remix artist by then. But yeah, as I said, this tune is, I believe, the opening track on side 2 of my Anger Management mixtape back from '99. I think I may have mentioned this in my description for side A, which is on YouTube. Side B, I was using my friend's recording setup because he had the DAT recorder, and he didn't tell me that his mixer bled or bleeded, which, if you don't know what that means, like, there's two channels, and you can raise the levels for the channels, and then there's the crossfader between them. If your crossfader is all the way to one side or the other, even if the channel level is up for the other side, you shouldn't be able to hear the record. But his mixer, there was something wrong with the crossfader, so even though it was all the way over, I didn't have the level all the way down. Because, again, at that time, I thought, like, oh, mixers never have problems or whatever. So in that opening track, you can hear a bit of bleeding for the other record that I'm like queuing up and beat matching for. So once I realized that, I like, whoops, like, and I turned it down. But the point is, like, there's a bit of bleeding in the first track, which may be why I didn't upload it at the same time I uploaded side A. Long story short, I'll put that one up soon, and we can enjoy side B, and you'll hear this track and a few other good ones. In any case, let me know what you think. I'll see you for the next one. Peace.